Libra, thanks for tuning in to your August 2014 horoscope. My name is Athen, and this month we're going to have the fast-moving planets Venus and Mars joining up with the slow-moving planets of Jupiter and Saturn. So it'll be a time of really putting in the energy into our bigger plans. Now, Jupiter and Saturn, they have to do with the creation of the universe. Jupiter is the expansion principle. You can think of like the Big Bang, everything that's moving outward. And then Saturn is everywhere that there's definition, that there's refinement. So if you can think of the sacred geometry, you have the expansion, which is the color going out in all directions. And then Saturn, which is the areas where the light has changed colors or has definition or has gone around or made a divot or something. And that's what gives it shape, and that's what gives our universe shape and definition. So for all of us, our lives are being created in different ways. For you, Jupiter's in your 10th, so your public sector, and also the sector that rules your career and vocation and your work, is expanding. And Saturn is in your first house, so the definition is in yourself, in your life, okay, in you. You are creating the definition in all of this expansion in your public sector, the top of your chart, where Jupiter is. So this month Venus is going to join with Jupiter and Mars is going to join up with Saturn. So we have to really understand what the big picture is, and then we will know how to concentrate that energy. Because when we're in line with what the universe is creating, then we're much more powerful manifestors, because we become co-creators with the universal creation process. So we want to look at these in unison. We want to look at Jupiter and Saturn together, and then we'll look at Venus and Mars together, because they're really just polarities of the same thing, masculine and feminine aspects of the same thing. So like I said, there's this expansion going on. Perhaps people are seeing you, more people are seeing you, more eyes are on you, more people are aware of you. Perhaps your career is expanding, your work is growing. Your service to others, okay? Whatever it is, that is expanding. So you want to continue to allow opportunities in that area. Any opportunity that allows you to be of more service, which is really putting yourself out there more. You're really putting yourself out into the public more. The more you do that, the more the opportunities you're going to have, the more expansion you're going to have. Now, while that's happening, at the same time, you want to be disciplined in this approach, which is where Saturn is transiting in your first house. You want to assume the role of teacher. It's not teacher so much as it's, what's the word, like, you want to be in charge. You want to be in charge of your life. You want to be mature about this, okay? So, if you are taking a mature approach to your life, if you're being, if you're using discipline with your life and you're working hard and putting in the time to make all these changes, then these expansions, all these opportunities that are taking place will become real. And all of this work that you're putting into your new life will expand as well, and more people will notice. Okay? So when you're utilizing both Jupiter and Saturn in this way, you're really working in tandem with the universe. And then any intentions that you set in that direction will help strengthen that. Will strengthen those intentions and will help you embody and become, embody your higher self and become more in line with the universal creation. So Saturn is starting a new cycle for you. Saturn's cycles are very long, okay? They're 28 years. So the beginning of this new cycle now, what you're putting in, all of this effort that you're putting into your life, is all part of this very long-term grand scheme of things, whether you're aware of it or not. So hopefully you are. So take the step to really look at your life from the long-term perspective this month. okay, from the big picture, and set those intentions that are based on that. Now, of course, you can have little milestones along the way and important things, but it's about being realistic and looking at the big picture and then taking those steps one step at a time and achieving those goals. So do that specifically in regards to what you're offering others, being of service to others. If you're being of service to others, then it's really going to strengthen all of that. Okay? Doing that's going to help you be in line. Now, like I said, Venus is going to join up with Jupiter and Mars with Saturn. All right? Mars is actually going to be in your first house for the entire month. He's not changing signs. So you have a lot of positive energy going into, a lot of new beginnings, a lot of energy going into your life right now at the moment. Okay? These new beginnings. Going in, this is in August. So continue to put that energy into your life. Set those intentions. Face your fears. You know, anything that maybe you're a little bit hesitant about because it's a fear, not a healthy fear, but just, you know, like part of you that's just, you know, old thinking pattern, or part of you that's just no longer serving you. Face those fears. Let go of those, you know, inner, you know, critics and inner demons, and approach life in that courageous way. And if you put that energy in there, you're going to see a lot of creation this month. There's a lot of creation in your life available for you. Okay? Now that's the creation masculine aspect, okay, with Mars and Saturn. Now with Venus, Venus is going to join up with Jupiter, but first she's going to finish her transit of your 9th house. She'll be in your 9th house up until the 7th. And Venus is, of course, your ruler. So the focus for the first week is going to continue to be on your higher guidance, expanding your mind, perhaps through philosophy, or expanding your environment, or listening to your higher guidance, and just higher wisdom in general, listening to higher wisdom or gaining higher wisdom. That's going to continue to be the theme. So keep pouring that positive energy. Keep enjoying all of that for that first week. Okay? Then she's going to change signs and allow that to be a part of this new creation of your life. Because like I said, Mars and Saturn are still going to be in that first house. Now on the 7th, she goes into your 10th. And so from the 7th onward, this is where the day-to-day joins up with the bigger picture. And so start enjoying becoming more involved in your service, whatever that is. It doesn't necessarily mean career, just whatever you're providing of service. Enjoy it, and if you're enjoying it, then you're doing the expansion part of it. And then if you're putting the energy into your life, then you're doing that masculine drive, energetic aspect of it. Also allow people into, it's really a public thing for you because it's particularly with Venus, so have those relationships. Allow other people to see your relationships. Make commitments, long-term commitments that are, you know, beneficial for everyone, and just put yourself out there. Enjoy putting yourself out there this month. All of this is going to help you align with your spiritual process, your spiritual creation, your manifestation. So now let's talk about the Sun and the Moon. Now the Sun and the Moon are another polarity, but the polarity here has to do with your awareness, and really they're one and the same thing. The awareness is perhaps the most important part of manifestation, because without awareness of what we're manifesting, of what our intentions are, do we have any clear guidance on what we're manifesting? So, pay attention to your insights always. And for you, these insights will be in regards to that 10th house, the public, for the first half. All right? The Sun will be transiting that 10th house up until the 16th. So for the first half of the month, and this was the flavor of the tail end of July as well, keep shining that light on the big picture. Allow yourself to see your entire life. See all of your, make those long-term goals. And, and in your service work as well. Shine that light. And through that, you're understanding more about yourself, what you have to offer, how you can be more of service. Now on the 10th, there will be some new insight in regards to this, because we'll have the full moon, and it'll be involving that 10th house and your 4th house. So also tapping into your feelings during this time. Your feelings are going to convey some important messages for you around the 10th, some important awareness. What gives you security? 4th house. what is your soul? Who are you on a soul level, on a deep level, on an emotional level? That is going to help channel, help put that positive awareness into the bigger picture. By understanding more about who you are on the inside, you understand more about who you are on the outside. Right? So pay attention to that around the 10th, and that's going to help you set those intentions as well. Now on the 16th, the Sun then goes into your 11th house, and this is going to then start the process going into September. Now from the 10th to the 11th, what we're talking about is a transition from understanding your service and then wanting to be more joining your service with the community. Okay? Taking your service, taking your whole being, your whole person, and becoming more involved in the community. So also putting your work out there as well. So that's where your attention is, your conscious attention is going to shift in mid-month into the 11th house, which has to do with your selfless service, in the sense that it's just you giving back to society, or back to the community, or with your friends. So put that positive conscious awareness, and I think you're going to learn more about yourself in regards to that. Now on the 25th, there will be a new moon in that 11th house, and this is really beginning a phase of your life going into September that does have to do with the community aspects of your service. So I think on the 25th, it's going to be really about understanding that what you're giving of service in regards to your career has to be about what people want, what people need, what the demand is. And it also has to be technologically in line. It has to be progressive. Okay? All these sorts of things is all going to help spawn more awareness in regards to a lot of these positive changes that are happening in the big picture and in your overall life. But it doesn't have to do with career. So any new insight that has to do with the community, technology, innovation, insights, aspirations, all of this stuff is can be used for you in the greater picture of your very public life right now, and very mature life that you're creating for yourself in this new Saturn cycle. All right, Libra, so thanks for tuning in as always, and if you have any questions, please get in touch. If you'd like a personal in-depth reading, please get in touch. I'll have a link down in the About section. I'm still offering a 50% discount on my personal readings. And yeah, thanks for watching. All right, bye, Libra.